Hello everyone, this is Danish from jobskillshare.org. This video is about migration of site on WordPress. So this can go under backup restore, and I'll add another slash migration. So basically the idea is this, that maybe you have a site. Okay, you just worked on this site. You're a brand new person, you just opened this site, and now you have some things in that site that's running under WordPress. Now the thing is that how do you make sure that you update this site when there's like plugins updates available, there's other updates available, and there's some let's say a theme update available by someone that you bought the theme. Now how do you make sure that after updates this thing will have no issues, right? So what you need to do is, in this case, you need to create a total same clone of the site. It's basically like you need to migrate whatever you have in this site, be the exact same copy, and you need to test those updates on this site, which is going to be your development or whatever you want to call it. And once you do all the testing and updates on this one, and if everything is good after testing, then you can do the updates on this one. Still, you won't be 100% sure that everything is going to work, but at least you will know. I mean, this is something that you should try out. What if you do an update and there's some really messed up thing happen and nobody can access your site? Then that just messes up things, right? So in this video, it's going to be a quick video for everyone, and this will be also added to our course, which is the on jobskillshare.org WordPress setup for first site beginner. And this is going to be used as one of the backup and restore videos, but we will create another one that is in line with the course though. We're not going to be just putting this video out there and then say, okay, this is done for this section. We'll put another one that is going to be in line with this course, and this video can be used by the YouTubers or anyone who is in the same situation, who is who is a little worried about, I have a live site, I worked a lot on this site, and now I need to make sure that when I have updates or things like that available, what do I do? So it will involve a little bit of buying things, and you can also try the free stuff, but I will just try to show you guys the one that it just works. It works for me. I mean, another thing is there's no guarantee that it's going to work on your thing, because you might be using another hosting thing. So they give you like a support tool, like a plugins that I'm using. They give you support, so you get guys to go to the support section and do your research first before you do anything. My videos are just to show you guys, and you guys could learn things from it. Don't just take this plugin and start using it. It is just try to understand that maybe you are thinking about this type of solution, so you should start searching. My whole idea of my videos are for you to open your mind that there's something like this exists. Okay, so you have a site and you need to migrate, you need to do another dev site, so you need to work on that. So for testing purposes, I got two links, site links. One is live.jobskillshare.com. That's going to be our main site, which is this one. And then we have a dev.jobskillshare.com, which is going to be my second site, a clone of this site. Wherever I want to do something, I'll do it on this site and then go to the live one. So first, I'm going to go ahead and quickly install WordPress on my main site, just to show you guys what I mean by this stuff. So I'm going to do that process, and if you guys want to watch this process, make sure you take the course, because that's kind of like wasting time then, So I'm going to quickly do that, and once my sites are up, I'm going to show you guys what to do next. Alright, welcome back. So I am in this live.jobskillshare.com. So basically what it is, this is your live site right now. This is what you have, and now you're at the position where you don't want to touch this live site because you have so many people in there and everything is going on, and you don't want to mess it up. So what you need to do, you need to make another testing environment, development, or you can call it test. So now you have to basically make a clone of this one and make sure that everything is the same way in the second site, which I created, the dev one. And as you guys can see, live dev. They're same right now. There's nothing in there. And the plugin that I use is called this. This is the one, Updraft Plus. I mean, it comes free. Basically, the first part is free, where you can get all the themes, plugins, and everything the same way to the other site. but the database will not be will not work. So you need a migrator, and I strongly recommend to have this when you are doing migrating to kind of like look the same thing and with the database stuff. But if you are just testing theme and plugins like that or like updates, then this should work for free, because that stuff is for free. If you're transferring the users and make sure that everything works exactly the same way, like people logging in and all that, then you need a migrator with it. So I got the migrator, but if you don't want to get this, you can just get the free one, which is if you go to the plugin right here and go to add new and just type their name, just install it. That's a free one. When you buy the migrator, they will send you the full free one and with the migrator, and then once you install it, then you can do the rest. So I'm going to show you something. I want to make this extremely real. So I will show you a site that is live with over 10,000 members, okay? And then I am going to migrate the live site to the dev site, which will also have exactly the same 10,000 people. So that's how it's going to be more realistic than just doing it on a fresh WordPress. Not gonna look good, right? Let's just do that. Before I do that, the first thing I need to do is to make sure that I install this. Now, even in reality, what's going to happen is that you will already have a site and you're doing this part right now. You're going to do upload plugin once you buy the migrator with it to that plugin, or you can use another free ones too that call Clone WP something from Clone WP Academy. I never used that, but you guys can also try that. This is a plugin. You just basically get that from the site. Once you pay for it, click install, and it will install that updraft with the migrator. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this plugin. So it's activated on the top, you see right here, and I'm going to say current status and backup now. As you see, there's no backups, and also here it says clone/migrate. Okay, that's the option that you have. Few one over there. You can actually do it through different ways. You know, you can get the key from the other side and do it all over the internet, or the best way is to get the backups from the site and then do it that way. It's the same thing, but I'm going to show you that way because it's much more easier and faster. So I'm going to cancel this, and now I'm going to transform this site just like you will have 10,000 people in your site, or 50,000 people, or maybe 3,000, and then you're doing doing this part where you're making a copy to your development. So I'm gonna go and change this site to make it 10,000 people on there, okay? Alright, so this is your main site, and as you guys can see, this has so many members in there. And let's say, for example, this is your site and you have like 800 people in your site right now, and you have done everything. Now, of course, these images are not correct because this is not actually a real site, but it does have all these members and everything, but it's not basically real. It's like a dummy site. So, but just wanted to give you guys some idea, you know, just show us like a big migration with a lot of people, you know. Don't just show us clear, fresh WordPress. Show us something with it. So this is it. This is where you are standing right now. This is your main site, and maybe you're at this position right now that you have this site. That's the main site, and now it's time to update this site. It's time to do some stuff with it. It's time to play around with this site and kind of add some features, but you're a little bit worried about, you know, if it's gonna work with the login, is everything's going to work. And as you guys can see, this is how many people are in there in this site. And if you go back to the user, let's go back to here. Maybe it'll ask me for the login again, but well, let's see. Well, if I think I need to log in. Okay, so I need to log in with that username and password. As you guys can see, I have 10,280 users right now, and I'm going to show you guys. Now we're going to basically go back to our dev environment, which is a fresh WordPress that you created, and now we are going to make the same copy of your main site by using that plugin. And then once we have that, we will have an exact copy on the dev environment, so then you can do all the good stuff on that one. So how we do that? What you need to do is you need to go back to your plugins again on this development side, and you need to install the same plugin again. We're going to go ahead and add new. Let me make sure this is correct here, and then click on upload plugin. We're going to go ahead and upload it and download and go ahead and install, and we are going to activate it. Plugin activated, and now we're going to go back to our live site. As you guys can see, live right here. We're going to go back to Updraft right here, and this is where you need to set up your backup and restore. Now this site might already have a backup, but we are going to show you how to configure your first backup. So you're going to go to settings, and here it says right here, choose your remote storage. And this is where I will use Dropbox because it's free. If you click on Dropbox right here, and they have other options too, Google Drive and FTP, and you guys can try other ones, but and email too. But Dropbox is awesome because you can keep Dropbox. You can basically click on it, open an account with Dropbox, and log into Dropbox. What's going to happen is when you log into Dropbox, you're logged into a tab. You just click on this little right here after you authenticate. Once you click on that, what's going to happen is that it will add an application into your Dropbox. I'm going to show you quickly. It will be like this. It will automatically add this folder into your Dropbox, and then it will start adding the backup to your Dropbox. And you can say keep 1 copy or 2 copy, since you only have 2 GB, so 1 or 2 copy would be great. I mean, if you have 2, that's great. So it will keep the 2 copies, and as soon as you get the new backup, let's say you got a backup on 127, now you have 2 backup on 129, it will remove 127 and it will add more, and that's how you're going to have all the backups in your Dropbox. Okay, so you do that part. Once you authenticate, you'll see something Dropbox here, and then you say what to backup. Do you want to backup plugin, themes, uploads, any other things that you want to backup, and it will automatically add the database in there. So that's how you basically click on it, and then it will, you can check this box. Once it's done, you're going to get the email into your that it's done, it's successfully done, and it's in your Dropbox. Daily, you want to keep daily, you know, after 24 hours how many people added to your site, too many people, so then it will be there. Or you can just basically do it every hour or every 4 hours. It's up to you. So that's how you will get those in there. But now this is a normal process. You basically do this all stuff, and then once it's added, it's going to show you that, okay, you know what, in your Dropbox we have these backups in there. So it'll tell you right here that this is the backup right now. Or you can basically, what you can do is you can rescan the remote storage and kind of find out if there's, like, you know, space issues. You can go back, but it automatically deletes it, which is a great thing. So what I'm going to show you guys now, you have set up this site. Again, you're right here, you're in your main site. Now we are going to our development and we're creating the same exact copy. So how do you do that? You need to go back to your development, and since we install this, the same with the migrator. Remember, it's with the migrator. Without migrator, do not do database. You are going to lose access. If you're just doing the plugins and themes, again, it's going to work because that's how it is, what it's made for. But not for migrating. That's like the database stuff, okay? So what you need to do is you need to click on current status and backup now. And this is where you will basically go to restore. In the restore, you'll say upload backup file, and this is where you will drop all of your files from your Dropbox. Database, themes, plugins, whatever you decided, you're going to drop it right here. And that's what I'm going to do right now. So here's my backup copy. Is a database right here. It looks like this, and I'll tell you database, and it's in this format. And there's themes. There's 3 are themes. They're like basically in parts 1, 2, 3, and there's plugins. So I just picked those 3 stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this, or just drag and drop it. I think drag and drop is much better. So I'm going to do that, and then leave the rest of the process to. So I'm gonna go ahead here and drop it right there. There you go. It's, see, it's moving right now. So here you go. So it's moving. Once it's done, I'm going to show you guys all at the end. We're just going to do click on restore, and your development site will be turned into like this site. So let's go back to the live. It's right here. It's going to look exactly the same way, and this is where you can play around with your development rather than the live site. So then you have no issues. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and alright, so now we're here, the development site. As you guys see on the top, there's development, DEV. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and click on restore. Now, let me warn you again, if you don't have a migrator on this, do not click on the database. You can do the plugin in themes, which is also good if you do updates and do theme stuff and you don't care about the database at this time. You just want to see the updates, which is perfectly fine. You will do these two and nothing will happen. Everything should work. But don't take my word. Make sure you do it on testing sites. So we're going to click on this, and this is where you're going to click on the database. So it tells you right there, search and replace the data. This is why the migrator part comes in, because if you don't have the migrator part, then it's not going to work. So I checked that, and I'm just going to click on restore. So you will get a warning that, hey, blah blah blah, something like that, and then you click on restore. At the top you're seeing that my live site is getting restored to the development, but it's actually migrating, it's changing the database stuff and all that. So then I can log into this site and have all that database with users, comments, things like that, everything exactly the same way. If I would have just picked the plugin and themes, then I would not see any users in my site. I'll just see the body of the site and everything like plugins and stuff like that. So in a second you will find out that everything will look exactly the same way. So I will not touch my live site. I'll start messing around with my development site. There you go. It's done. Everything is done. All I need to do is this now. Everything is done, and this is what I do. I'm gonna click here, go to new, close this, and it's coming up. There you go. And check this out. On the top, what do we have here? Development. Let's wait for a second. Here you go. The users are exactly the same, and it's still spinning right now. It's still doing things, because right now this should go up. There you go. That's it, folks. This is how you make your site migrated. Even if you're doing migration, you can call it migration because it says migrate. So you can migrate. You can first work on a development site and then migrate it to the new site once you're done with everything. Or you can have a live site and you can create a development site like this and then play around with it. So it's really up to you how you guys plan it out. But this was kind of like a demo type thing. This will be also put into this course, which is the WordPress for first timers, beginners, and hopefully this video was something for everyone. So thank you for watching this. See you guys in a different video.